Hello, sports fan. This is Steven here for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering, is Ja Morant a little too confident? Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. We're looking at the NBA here. We're looking at one of the youngest stars in the NBA. You're talking about a big part of why the Memphis Grizzlies are where they are. It's because of the All-Star Ja Morant. When you look at the number 2 overall pick right behind Zion Williams, he's come into the organization, gave them a shot in the arm, made them a perennial contender as far as being competitive. And you're seeing him. He was interviewed yesterday, and the reporter asked Ja, who in the West do you see that you study? Who do you think that, that's going to give you a little issues, play, and paraphrasing, of course. And Ja Morant, his statement was basically, I'm only worried about the Celtics. Now, for those who don't know, the Memphis Grizzlies are in the Western Conference. And if you think about it, the Eastern Conference is the Boston Celtics. So the only way they would be worried about in the playoffs meeting is if they're in the NBA Finals. So that, to me, is a slight to a lot of different teams. That's a slight to the Pelicans. That's a slight to the Phoenix Suns. That's a slight to the Clippers, the Lakers, the Golden State Warriors, a number of teams in the West, the Denver Nuggets. It's a number of teams that could be slighted by that. So Ja Morant is very confident. And let me tell you this. This is the reason I love Ja Morant, because he's fearless. He's one of the people that is going to pop his talk. He's going to say what he feels. He's going to back it up on the court. But you got to think, Ja Morant is the best player on his team. So a lot of times, Ja will be injured. When you think about what they did last year, they did beat the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round series, but then they stalled against the Golden State Warriors. They did lose the games by like 3 or 4 points here and there, but you got to keep in mind, Ja Morant got injured in that series. They had the Warriors on the ropes, but they didn't close the deal. And another thing I have to say is Ja has to be careful because he hasn't won anything yet. Yes, he's been impressive in individual play, but when is the last time the Memphis Grizzlies won anything? When's the last time the Memphis Grizzlies won an NBA title? When's the last time this current group won something, where it be a Western Conference Finals, NBA Finals, some type of championship of any sort? So I think Ja Morant has to cool it down just a little bit. He can be confident, but you got to think, other NBA teams are hearing what he's saying. So he has to keep in mind that pressure that was already pressure is going to be maxed up. That pressure is going to be even further because now you have teams looking at you like, oh, okay, this how you feel? So we basically should just pack it up and we don't need a regular season. Y'all just going to go ahead and go to the finals? Got you. Teams like the Pelicans with Zion Williams is hearing that. Teams like Steph Curry with Golden State is hearing that. Teams like Denver Broncos with Jokic is hearing that. So the monkey on your back is going to be even bigger because now the attention is going to be all on this team whenever you play. You're going to be somebody's NBA Finals in the Western Conference playoffs when it starts because you're disregarding all these other teams and basically putting the Celtics on a pedestal saying they're the second best team in the NBA. So to me, I think Ja just needs to cool a little bit. I like the confidence, but it's a little overconfident right now. And it's a little bit delusional because you got to think, they haven't won anything. If this was a Steph Curry talking and his resume speaks for itself, or a LeBron or somebody like this on a loaded team, then I can see that. But it's not. It's not. He doesn't have the resume to say this or Kenneth said this. It's not like Michael Jordan saying it, and Michael Jordan's in his prime. So I think he just needs to pump the brakes a little bit and just play basketball. He has to stay healthy and just play basketball because what this is bulletin board material. You may not see it now, but in the playoffs, some coaches are going to put what you're saying up on a bulletin board, and they're going to get fired up before the game before seeing this. So I think Ja just needs to stick to basketball for a little bit. Just, cool it down, just play basketball, and keep being a great point guard that he is. So all you Memphis Grizzlies fans, all you Ja Morant fans, all you NBA fans, tell me what you think about what Ja said. What is your feeling on what he said? What is your thoughts on what he said? I want to know what you feel. Get in the comment section below. Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus. We'll see you in the very next video.